Today we're going to do a Yin Yang Yoga class for nighttime. In this class, we're going to coax the chi along the pericardium meridian to help to draw that protective energy into the heart to help you sleep at night. For this class, you're going to need a yoga mat, a blanket, and a bolster. Okay, let's go ahead and rest back in Shavasana to begin. So regardless of the emotional ups and downs of the day, start by feeling the stability of the earth underneath you. And let your breath slow down and move right down into your belly. Okay, so we're going to slowly wiggle and stretch out and move your bolster off to the side. You may need it overhead, depending on the flexibility of your shoulders. We're going to do banana asana. So if your shoulders are tight, you can put the bolster underneath your elbows to decrease the amount of tension that it's requiring of you here. Otherwise, you can just put it off to the side. You're going to take both your legs to the left side of your mat. Take your arms overhead and the side bend to the left as well. And you want to choose an appropriate edge here. And an appropriate edge means not too much, not too little, because if you choose something that's really intense here, you won't be able to coax the chi through the pericardium meridian. So something where you can be still and soft so that the chi moves through the pericardium meridian. And then we're going to stay for a while. We'll stay here for 5 minutes. And the same principle applies so that the chi can move through the pericardium meridian. And it's just like when you go to acupuncture. Your acupuncturist doesn't put the needles in just to take them right back out again. They put them in, and then you usually get to have a nice long acupuncture nap so that the chi can move through the meridians. And the same thing in a yin pose. Okay, so you're slowly going to gently come out of the pose and come back to the center. Feel the rebound, feel the flow of chi, particularly on the inside of your right arm here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do this pose on the other side. So you take your feet over to the right side of your mat. Then you'll take your arms overhead. You can either have them straight or bent. And you can always have the bolster underneath your arms if there's too much stiffness or lack of mobility in the shoulders. And then you're going to side bend to the side, choosing that appropriate edge so that it's not too much tension, so that the chi doesn't get coaxed through the meridians. So attending to the pericardium meridian, which is active in the evenings, is really helpful to prepare your body for nighttime, for bedtime. Because throughout the day we experience emotional ups and downs. Anxiety is quite a common emotion, stress is quite a common emotion, and it activates the heart, which makes it difficult to sleep. So if we can stimulate the chi along the pericardium, which protects the heart, both physically and energetically, then we can create some protection for the heart, which will prepare your body for sleep, make it easier for you to sleep at night. Okay, so very gently you're going to come back to the center. Bring your arms down to the side and feel the rebound. And even though this is a side bend which works the gallbladder meridian, we are focusing on the pericardium meridian. So just notice sensations on the inside of the arm today. Okay, and then bend your knees and roll to your side and come up on all fours. And we're going to do broken wing pose again to access the pericardium meridian. So from here, you're going to walk your knees to the right side of your mat, lower your left hip down onto the mat, and then take your left arm out to the side and lower your chest down onto the ground. So the pericardium provides the heart with physical protection, but its energy also protects the heart from damage and disruption by excessive emotional energies generated by other organs such as anger from the liver, fear from the kidneys, and grief from the lungs. So as we do these poses, we're going to let go of the emotional ups and downs of the day. By coaxing chi through the pericardium, we can let go of those emotional outbursts, even if they're more like emotional inbursts that we kind of internalize, and support the pericardium in its role in protecting the heart to help our body prepare for sleep. Okay, so slowly gather yourself up, and we're going to lie on our backs and feel the rebound again. And then we'll go ahead and do the other side. So this time we'll walk our knees over to the left side of the mat, lower our right hip down onto the mat, and take the right arm out to the side, lowering our chest down to the ground. Finding that soft, still edge. Okay, go ahead and make your way onto your backs and feel the rebound. Okay, and then we're going to move into our last yin posture, which is heart melting pose. Okay, so for this one, you want to have your legs perpendicular to the ground and soften your heart to the ground, and really just focus on being soft here. You could put the bolster underneath your head and your chest to lift the ground a little bit here to modify. We're only going to be in this pose for 3 minutes, so a little less time. So just think soft here, very soft and gentle. Okay, so very gently you're going to make your way out of this pose. And let's just lie on our backs and recover. Okay, so that's the end of the yin portion of this class. We're going to move into the yang portion of the class, which is going to be hatha yoga now. if you like 30-minute yin classes, we have lots of them in our membership community, as well as qigong inspired 30-minute classes. So I just put 3 30-minute classes up this week. One of them was a yin class, one of them was restorative, and one of them was a slow flow class. They were all dosha balancing classes for the evening. So if you're members, you can check those out. And if you'd like to be a member, I'll put a link to that in the show notes. Okay, so our next pose is going to be lunge pose. We'll just keep the blanket for underneath our knees for that. Let's start by stepping our left leg through. Okay, so you're going to sink down through your front left foot and come upright. And then we're going to access that pericardium meridian again. We're just going to reach your right arm up. So feel that all the way along the front of your leg, opening through the hip, all the way up through your torso, through the inside of your arm. And then bend your right elbow, take your hand behind your head and rotate open. And come back center. Let's do that on the other side. So this time we'll step your right leg through. Sink down through your front right foot. Find that stability. Come upright. And bring your left arm up. Feel that sensation all the way along the front of the left thigh, the front of the left hip, all the way in the inside of the left arm. And then bend your left elbow, take your hand behind your head and open your left elbow. And come back to the center. We're going to fold up your blanket. And you can put that off to the side with your bolster for now. We'll use this at the end again. And then we're going to come into downward facing dog. And then make your way up to standing. Okay, from standing, we're going to do a qigong inspired flow with our arms with all of our standing poses. So we'll do it first from Tadasana to learn it, and then we'll do it in a few different standing poses. And the way that it works is you're going to have your palms facing forward, hands together. You're going to inhale, reach up. And the idea is it accesses the pericardium meridian. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale. We're going to draw the protective energy of the earth up. And then we're going to bring the backs of our hands together and drop that protective energy down and into our heart. And then, like the wings of the raven that we've been hearing all through this class, we're going to inhale up and exhale, settle that protective energy down. Okay, so that's all it is. You're going to inhale, your palms face forward, you draw that protective energy up. Exhale, settle that protective energy down in your heart, backs of your hands are together. Inhale, wings of the raven. Lift the protective energy. Exhale, settle the protective energy down. Okay? Inhale up. Exhale, drop the protective energy into your heart. Inhale, wings of the raven. Exhale, settle the protective energy. The slower you go, the more chi you will accumulate, the more protection you will accumulate around your heart. Drawing that protective energy down and into your heart. And one more like this. Then you're going to step your feet out wide, and we're going to do the same arms as we inhale up and down in and out of Goddess Victory Squat, okay? So we're going to inhale, draw the protective energy up from the earth. Exhale, sink it down into your heart. Inhale, wings of the raven. Exhale, settle that chi. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, settle that protective energy. The slower you go, the more you will accumulate the chi of protective energy. Raven's wings. Okay, step together. And we're going to do this in tree pose, just the arms. So you're going to stand on your right foot. Bring your left foot. You can either keep your toes on the ground for added stability, below your knee or above your knee. And you're going to inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, draw the protective energy from the earth. Exhale, gather it into your heart. Inhale, raven's wings. And exhale down. Okay, let's step over to the other side. So stand on your left foot now, toes on the ground, below or above your knee. And then we're going to step back wide into Goddess Victory Squat, just a couple more here. So you're going to inhale, draw that protective energy up from the earth, settle it down in the heart. Do the raven's wings up, settle the protective energy down. And one more. And you can step it back together. We'll come into downward facing dog. So inhale, take a big sweep of your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Step back into downward facing dog. Just let your head hang here. Okay, and then come all the way down onto your belly. And take your hands underneath your shoulders, roll your shoulders back and up. Reach your sit bones down towards your heels and lift your chest up off the ground for cobra pose. And then push yourself up and back and come into child's pose. Actually, let's do it with the arms out, please. Or if you can't do child's pose because it's too much for your knees and your ankles, then lie on your back with your knees to your chest and your arms overhead. You're going to roll up and roll over onto your back. With your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, we're going to come into a reclined twist. So you're going to press into your feet here. Lift your hips, take them over to the right corner of your mat. Lower your knees to your left side. And then you're going to come back to the center, press your feet into the ground, untuck your hips, and then press your feet into the ground again, lift your hips, take them over to the left side of your mat, and lower your hips down, lower your legs down to the right side of your mat. Okay, and then you can come back to the center, untuck your hips. You might want to roll out that extra blanket underneath you, or just place it over top of you and put the bolster underneath your knees. And then you're going to rest back for Shavasana. Okay, continue to rest back, and I'm going to sit up and protect your hearts with a beautiful Mary Oliver poem. This poem is called The Gift by Mary Oliver. Be still, my soul, and steadfast. Earth and heaven both are still watching, though time is draining from the clock, and your walk that was confident and quick has become slow. So be slow if you must, but let the heart still play its true part. Love still as you once loved, deeply and without patience. Let God and the world know you are grateful that the gift has been given. So gradually deepen your breath and start to bring movement back into your body. Bend your knees, roll to your side and pause for a moment. And then slowly make your way up to seated so we can gather the fruits of our practice first into ourselves and then offer them out into the world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So thank you so much for joining us for this class for your pericardium meridian to create protection around the heart to help you get better sleep at nighttime. And I want to thank so much to Donna, Gabriella, she's a new donator from Dublin, Ireland, and Sean and Anne-Marie for your donations. They make a huge difference to our lives, to us being able to offer these to you freely each week. And also I want to welcome all of you to join us in our membership community this month. We are doing Ayurvedic evening routines. They are just so nourishing and stabilizing and grounding. And I know our members are enjoying them immensely. I know I am. They've had a profound impact on my whole day, in fact, a ripple through effect. So I'm sending you much love. Thanks to Squeeze for my clothing too. I'm wearing the Flying Heart gray hoodie today. And I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. I saw a sea lion this morning on my walk. And also a woman swimming in the ocean in October. I was wearing a ski jacket. I was wearing a winter coat and a toque, and she was swimming. Not me. And mitts. Sea lion is about the size of a big... They're big. 1,500 pounds, yeah. Anyway, sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as grounded as the old growth trees in our forest. And may you be as strong as our mountains. Om Shanti. Namaste.